Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Matt. This is V. Today is a video that's been a long time coming for me. Honestly, I've wanted to make a video about this company for so freaking long. It's been a long-standing joke in our household how much we hate this company. And today, we were pushed over the limit.
Yes, today a news story came out about a guy who was on a United Airline from Chicago to Louisville, Kentucky. They were in an oversold situation. They were asking passengers to get off the plane. No one would volunteer. They randomly selected somebody and dragged him off the plane.
Oh my God! Oh my God! My God! What are you doing? No, this is wrong. Oh my God!
And so we're going to give some of our own experiences after this, but first I'll go into this story a little more. People are upset for a couple reasons. One, they didn't offer as much money as they usually do. I know, like, when I've been on flights and they're offering, they keep going up and up and up, and they go up to like $1,300. I think that's the max. And so they should have done that before ever physically dragging anybody off the plane, but they were obviously cheapskates. But you know, this happens a lot where airlines overbook. They do that basically for money. I mean, they just count on a couple people not showing up, and so it's a money thing with them. But it seems like the United flights I've taken, they're always overbooked. And so people were upset about that, and then obviously they were upset about the way this guy was dragged off the plane. I mean, he said, "I'm not getting off. I'm a doctor. I have patients." And so they physically dragged him off. Somehow in the scuffle, he bumped his face, he got all bloody, and then he somehow moseyed back onto the plane.
Yeah, how the heck did he get back on the plane?
So the thing is that United is a company that should basically go out of business. I've always felt that way. Where we live, you basically have two choices when you want to fly. You have Delta, love you Delta, and you have United.
That's not true. You also have Alaska Airlines.
Okay, but that's only to like Seattle. That's only, but I'm talking like when you're going everywhere. Like if you want to go wherever you're going, or international is United or Delta.
Correct.
And so we always try to fly Delta. We've flown quite a bit the last couple of years. We're medallion members with Delta, but once in a while we still have to fly United. Like when we went to Mexico, we had to fly United.
And it was awful.
Every time we fly United, I mean, maybe it's just our bad luck or something, we have horrible shit happen to us.
For example, this last time, what was going on? The plane had some maintenance issue or something like that.
One of their generators was down, the generator that adds AC into the cabin. And so they can't take off before they fill. They can. It's okay if it's broken. They can still fly with it broken, they said, but they have to fill out all this paperwork first. So then they made us all sit in the
airplane for over an hour.
There's
no air conditioning.
Hot as balls, right? I mean, my nuts were just like stuck to my leg. And it was, you know, I'm a big guy, and trying to sit, I mean, I got claustrophobic. It was awful. It was a horrible way to start out our trip. But, you know, things like, it's not like these things don't happen with other airlines too. It just seems like it's always the way United goes about it. Their stewardesses are, and I mean, if you work for United, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sure some of them are great. It's like, they look like they got up like after staying the night at a frat house or something. I went to work, lipsticks all over here, and their shirts are like out, you know.
They definitely don't look up to par.
I mean, we're generalizing.
Yeah. But they also just look like they hate their life.
They're not very nice.
Rude.
I mean, it's not to say there aren't some nice people, don't get me wrong, but just like, with our experiences, Delta is always way ahead of the curve. Another example, one time I was flying United and my flight got canceled. I was stuck in, where was I at? Maryland, I think. And so I called them, and they were just rude about it on the phone. And I said, "Are you at least gonna like give me something? You gonna give me a travel voucher or something like that?" And they're like, "No, it wasn't our fault. It
was the weather."
Yeah, it was the weather. But it was like, and I understand that, but it's just the way they went about it. And anytime I've flown with Delta, they just like go above and beyond. They're like, "Oh yes, we're sorry, sir." Even before we were medallion members, they're like, "Yes, here's a $200 certificate or whatever." They do that basically just to, you know, when a customer bitches, you just chill them out a little bit.
Yeah,
but United just never does that. I mean, and their planes are so freaking dirty
and old.
and old. I mean, There's been a couple times where I've stuck my hand down in the front pocket and come out. Yeah, that's, I guess, a good word for it. With just goo all over my hands. Like the thing has not been cleaned since the 90s.
And here's another example. This last time we were flying home from Mexico, we used the mobile app to try and upgrade our seats to Comfort Plus. And we go through, we put our credit card information in and everything. It takes the money out of our account, but then doesn't give us the seats.
Yeah, and that's not the first time that's happened.
No, that's like the third time.
Too. Like they just take the money out of your account and then say, "Oh, we're sorry, we couldn't process this. It was too late or something. But we're just gonna hold on to your money for a month
Have fun
until
with your shitty seats."
We're gonna hold on to it for a month till we refund you. Yeah. I have met a few nice United employees. Don't get me wrong. Some of the ladies have been very nice, like at the gate and stuff. But when it comes to like customer service, like the customer service desk or like customer service on the phone, not very nice. And the stewardesses as a whole just have always been kind of.
Do you remember that time you stuck your mod in upside down and then you were vaping it and there was like pretzel crumbs in it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you guys don't know yet, some of you might not, that, I vape. I'm an ex-smoker. And I stuck my mod down, upside down into the seat. You're supposed to put it upside down so it doesn't leak or whatever. I went to go take a vape off
and you're like, ugh.
and it was just full of gunk and and pretzels and stuff. And it's just like, oh. Yeah. So basically, we just, because of this big thing that's in the news, we took today to take the chance to finally vent about United. I've done it on social media quite a bit and complained about them. But in my opinion, they are the worst airline that exists. Even worse than like the cheap budget airlines like Allegiant and, some of those. And it's funny because like their president like just won an award for communication or something. Yeah. Here, I'll read off what he said on Twitter. The CEO's response to what happened is, "This is an upsetting event to all of us here at United. I apologize for having to reaccommodate these customers. Our team is moving with a sense of urgency to work with the authorities and conduct our own detailed review of what happened." So basically, let me put that into perspective. If say you're a horrible dude and you are like a wife beater, after you beat your wife, you can just say, "Oh, I reaccommodated her," because that's like a reaccommodate. Like, we beat the shit out of this man. We reaccommodated him. Like, how did you reaccommodate him? All you did was kick him off a freaking flight. Yeah. See, I do wish that we had made this video like 6 months ago because we used to fly United a lot more, and I had so much more crap to say, and now I'm trying to remember what all happened. I wish that it was more fresh in the mind, but like it's just one of those things now where United is like our last choice. Mm-hmm. At this point now, after seeing what happened in the news, I'm taking Amtrak. I'll take a freaking horse and buggy over them. I'll take an Uber across country.
I will never fly United again.
And a lot of people have said, well, it was the security police, it was the airport security, Chicago's airport security, which that was where we flew out of a couple weeks ago when we came back. But I mean, it was the way United went about it, like in the first place. If they would have offered more money from the get-go, I think they topped out at like $700 or $800. If they would have offered $1,300, I think people would have taken it. Mm-hmm. Somebody would have taken it because that's $1,300 cash, not travel vouchers.
Well, here's the other thing. They say they were in an oversold situation, but really they were just trying to give the seat up to other United employees who needed to get somewhere.
And maybe this will bring light to the whole, airlines doing this. They've been doing it for a long time, and they basically just overbook because they know that a couple people are going to cancel.
Are going to miss it. Some people aren't going to get their connections.
And they're going to have to refund them their money. And so their goal is to always have 100% max capacity so they can make as much off of each flight. It's a numbers thing with them. Mm-hmm. And if they have to once in a while piss off customers or give them, some cash or whatever to get them to get off of a plane, they will. But it's finally backfired on somebody. So hopefully maybe some of the airlines just say this isn't worth it. Because, this is going to cost United millions of dollars. They're most likely going to be sued. Right.
And I can guarantee they will never go in an oversold situation again because I don't think anybody... I think they're going to lose a lot of business.
Well, that's the thing. They're going to lose a lot of business, too. They still will get... They'll recover or whatever.
Of course.
People at the end of the day, when it comes to flying, they go for cheapest. And United will lower their prices and people will be stuck going with them. But hopefully it at least opens some of these airlines' eyes and think, okay, let's stop being so freaking greedy. One positive to say about United, and this is probably what they're best at, is the little, when you go on a Delta flight a Delta domestic flight, they give you, you know, like some peanuts or whatever, pretzels. United gives out these little waffle cookies with caramel in them, and damn, they are good. Like, I actually took a couple and like hid them in my bag last time.
Did you?
I know, it's like fat man
Well,
problems.
at least they
but
have one good thing going
they're
for
so
them.
good. They're like chewy, and that's the only good thing I can think of about United. Majority of the flights I've taken, I've always taken off late. I've missed flights when I had layovers and stuff because they were late. They're rude to their customers. Now they beat the shit out of people. Like, what else could they do? In my opinion, it just seems like they don't want to be in business anymore.
I don't
They're
know.
like, their board made a bet and said, how far can we go until we just have to go out of business? Let's do as many messed up things as possible. So I think that's it for this one, guys. Just a nice little rant fest. We'll be back to happier, funnier videos. Well,
Better days are ahead.
at least happier. We're never really that funny.
If you have any stories or rants about airlines that you've encountered, leave them in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And as always, please subscribe to our channel. We put out videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That about wraps it up, guys. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
No guns?
No, because we're talking about airlines.
Oh, yeah. Good point.